Jackie, a lot of people remember the fight.
This is some next-level drama that nobody saw coming. Jackie Christie's life just fell apart in the most shocking way, while Doug Christie walked away with a massive $300 million court win. This case had everything: lies, betrayal, and jaw-dropping secrets that left everybody speechless. But that's not even the craziest part. Jackie could now be facing 10 years behind bars. How did things get this bad? Let's break it down. How did it all go so wrong? What led to this shocking courtroom showdown? The twists and turns in this case are wilder than anyone could have imagined. Secrets, lies, and legal moves that changed everything. This scandal has rocked their world in ways no one saw coming. And trust me, you don't want to miss a single detail. Jackie and Doug Christie's marriage was once seen as unbreakable, but clearly, things weren't what they seemed. To everyone on the outside, Jackie and Doug Christie seemed like the perfect couple, strong, unbreakable, the real deal. But behind closed doors, their marriage was falling apart fast. For years, they hid the cracks, but when things finally hit the breaking point, Jackie made a move no one saw coming. She filed for divorce. And this wasn't just any split. It was about to turn into an all-out war. Jackie wasn't walking away quietly. She wanted everything. The love and loyalty they once had? Long gone, buried under years of secrets and betrayal. Jackie had reached her limit. The resentment had been building for years, and now she was ready to take what she felt was hers. Fans and insiders were shocked. How did things fall apart so badly after all those years of acting like a team? The truth was finally coming out, and one thing was clear: this divorce was about to get messy. From money fights to deep emotions, this was shaping up to be a long, ugly battle. And if there was one thing everyone knew about Jackie, it was that she never backed down. She was just getting started. So it was no surprise when Jackie hit Doug with a jaw-dropping lawsuit in the middle of their divorce. She went all in, demanding a massive $300 million settlement. But that was just the beginning. Things got messy fast when Jackie accused Doug of hiding money, insisting she had every right to a big payout. In her eyes, he wasn't being honest about his finances, and she wasn't about to walk away without a fight. The legal battle took on a life of its own, sending shockwaves through their inner circle. People couldn't help but wonder, just how far would this drama go? Jackie didn't stop at throwing accusations. She took things to a whole new level. In a shocking twist, she allegedly faked evidence to make Doug look like he was hiding their shared assets. And if that wasn't wild enough, she doubled down, demanding a staggering $300 million in support. But was there any truth to her claims? Not at all. It was nothing but a web of lies, and the truth was about to hit hard. Jackie thought she was setting the stage for a fight, but she had no idea she was about to be exposed in the worst way possible. Doug's legal team wasn't backing down. They went all in, determined to uncover the truth. And after digging deep, they found something shocking. Jackie wasn't just bending the truth, she was straight up lying. While she was accusing Doug of hiding money, she had secretly been stashing away assets of her own. Jackie made it seem like she was the victim, claiming she was left with nothing. She spun a story to gain sympathy, hoping the court would believe she was broke, but Doug's lawyers weren't falling for it. They dug deep and uncovered everything: hidden bank accounts, secret investments, and properties she never mentioned. When the truth came out in court, the reaction was instant. Gasps filled the room as everyone realized Jackie had been playing them all, including the judge. The evidence was undeniable, and Jackie's lies crumbled right before everyone's eyes. What started as a legal battle turned into a full-blown expose, and her credibility took a massive hit. Doug's legal team didn't just defend him, they proved the whole case was built on lies. As the judge reviewed the shocking evidence, Jackie's confidence started to fade. The tables had turned. She was exposed, trapped, and completely out of excuses. The courtroom had seen plenty of twists, but this was the biggest one yet. Doug, who had stayed calm the entire time, finally got the justice he'd been waiting for. His legal team had picked apart Jackie's claims, proving that the truth couldn't stay hidden forever. The case had completely turned against her, and Jackie was scrambling to explain herself. But with all the evidence stacked against her, there was no escaping it. Her bluff had been called, and she was out of options. The judge didn't waste a second. Without hesitation, the court ruled in Doug's favor, ordering Jackie to hand over the full $300 million. That wasn't just a lot of money, it was an entire empire. Jackie had been playing a risky game, but it all blew up in her face. She never thought it would go this far, and now the consequences were bigger than she ever imagined. But just when it seemed like things couldn't get any worse, they did. Oh, things got even worse for Jackie. This wasn't just about losing money, it was a complete downfall. She had spent years building her image and securing her place in the spotlight, but now, she was facing a humiliating and very public defeat. The ruling wasn't just about the $300 million, it was a clear message. She had pushed her luck too far, and now she was paying the price. And let's be real, $300 million isn't pocket change. Losing that kind of money could destroy everything she worked for, leaving her scrambling to pick up the pieces. Losing the money was a huge blow, but the hit to her reputation? That was even worse. People were already talking, and the whispers had turned into full-blown headlines. Could she even recover from this? Jackie thought she had everything under control, but now she was facing the harsh reality of her mistake. And here's the real shocker, her troubles weren't over. If she thought losing the lawsuit was bad, what came next would be even worse. This wasn't just the end of a battle, it was the start of her biggest downfall yet. This was just the start of Jackie's nightmare. Doug's legal team wasn't just after money, they wanted real consequences. They pushed hard for her to face jail time, arguing that she knowingly faked evidence, but that wasn't even the worst part. In a desperate move, Jackie falsely accused Doug of physically assaulting her in front of their kids, a serious claim that could have destroyed his reputation and his entire future. Anyone who knows the legal system understands that false accusations come with serious consequences. Lying under oath and making false claims aren't just damaging, they can lead to real punishment. Jackie was playing a dangerous game, and if the court ruled that she knowingly misled the justice system, she wouldn't just lose her credibility, she could end up behind bars. Doug's legal team wasn't letting this go. They were determined to hold her accountable, making it clear that she had crossed the line and would have to face the consequences. Jackie's actions weren't just a betrayal, they were a clear attempt to twist the legal system for her own benefit. False accusations, especially about domestic violence, aren't taken lightly. They don't just hurt the accused, they also make it harder for real victims to get justice. As the case gained attention, it became clear that Jackie was in serious trouble. The evidence against her kept stacking up, and the consequences of her lies were becoming impossible to ignore. The legal system was closing in, and she was about to face a harsh reality she never saw coming. Firsthand, what happens when you play dangerous games in a court of law. After carefully reviewing all the evidence presented in court, the judge made a final earth-shattering decision. Jack Christie was sentenced to 10 years behind bars. Yes, you heard that right, a full decade. In prison. Just imagine, 1 minute she was out here making moves, allegedly plotting to secure a massive $300 million fortune, and the next she was standing in that cold courtroom hearing her fate sealed with a devastating verdict. The moment the judge spoke, the courtroom went silent. Gasps filled the air as reality hit like a ton of bricks. Jackie, once a sharp businesswoman and a TV personality who controlled her public image with precision, was now just another inmate. The power, influence, and luxury she had built over the years were gone in an instant. This wasn't just a sentence, it was the complete downfall of everything she had worked for. Every calculated move, every carefully planned step had led to this moment. And now, there was nothing left. Everything Jackie had done to protect her image and stay in the spotlight crumbled in an instant. The woman who once lived in luxury and called the shots was now facing the cold reality of prison, with no way out. Her supporters sat in silence. Some shook their heads in shock, while others held on to a fading hope that she could still turn things around. But deep down, even her biggest fans knew this was the end of the road. The judge's decision was final. No special treatment. No second chances. treatment, no leniency, no last-minute miracle to save her from the consequences of her actions. For Jackie, the weight of the moment was undeniable. The same woman who once commanded attention with her strong presence and unshakable confidence now stood frozen, processing the reality of what had just happened. Her life had just taken a turn she never saw coming, and no amount of wealth, influence, or clever maneuvering could change that. Now this wasn't just another scandal to brush off or another headline to control. This was Jackie's reality had finally hit. She was going away for a long time, but the fallout didn't stop there. Right after the news broke, she took another major hit. She was fired on live TV. The backlash was instant. Networks wasted no time cutting ties, scrambling to protect their own reputations. And, of course, Shay Henderson had something to say. When asked about it, she didn't hold back. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Jackie has always lived for drama, but this is on another level. She took a huge risk, and now she's paying the price. Social media blew up, and plenty of fans agreed with Shay. Jackie had finally met her match. Some even started questioning whether all her past controversies were real or just another act. This scandal didn't just take away her freedom, it destroyed her career, her credibility, and the public's trust. Comment sections were flooded with reactions. Some people cheered, saying she got exactly what she deserved. Others were just in shock, unable to believe how far things had spiraled out of control. What was coming to her? Others were completely taken aback, shocked that Jackie would even go that far. I can't believe she would actually do something like this, one fan wrote, while another chimed in, wow, this is low even for her. Of course, the debate didn't stop there. Some questioned whether the consequences were too extreme, wondering if things had gone too far. Did she really deserve all this though? One person asked, while another argued, come on now y'all, no, people do way worse and get away with it. But let's be honest, Jackie didn't just slip up. She took a risk that was always going to blow up in her face. She got caught, and when you play a game like that, you have to be ready for the fallout. But her loyal fans weren't about to let her take all the blame. They jumped in to defend her, pointing fingers at others involved. Why is everyone acting like Jackie's the only one who does this? One fan wrote. Let's not pretend the rest of them don't have skeletons in their closets too. Some people weren't buying that Jackie was the only one to blame. They speculated there was a bigger story behind it all. I don't believe for a second that she's the only guilty one person commented. This is just what they want us to believe. But not everyone felt sorry for her. Plenty of people saw this as karma finally catching up. If you're bold enough to do the crime, be bold enough to face the consequences, one user posted. Another added, she really thought she could get away with this. In the end, people were split. Some were outraged, others thought justice was served, and a few believed the whole thing was blown out of proportion. But one thing was clear, this story had everyone talking, and the buzz wasn't dying down anytime soon. Wow. This case had everything: scandal, betrayal, and a shocking downfall that no one saw coming. From unexpected twists to explosive revelations, it was the kind of drama that had people hooked from start to finish. Revelations, it's no wonder this story has everyone talking, but now that the verdict is in, the big question remains: was justice truly served? Jackie's sentencing to 10 years behind bars has sparked intense debate. Some argue that the punishment fits the crime, while others believe it was far too harsh. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's get the disc discussion going.